The following video has been made available with closed captions for the hard of hearing and in described video for the visually impaired. Please visit the description below for more details.
The first thing you see when you walk into a Best Buy are usually the TVs. And to the average eye, the best TV is the brightest, sharpest, and most vibrant. It's hard to judge a TV knowing nothing about buying TVs, and those are usually the main ways people identify a good one, by how well it stands out. Now, when it comes to earphones, I usually do the same. As long as the bass punches hard and I can shove it into my ear, I would consider it a good pair of earphones. But let me be the one to tell you that finding a good pair of earphones is more than that. This is a review of the KZ ES4. The KZ ES4s aren't really earphones. They're IEMs, or in-ear monitors, designed for musicians to listen to themselves while they play music. They're special because they feature a hybrid design, not meaning that they run on both gas and electric, but meaning that there are two different drivers inside of them. Where a traditional earphone like EarPods have one dynamic driver, these have two different drivers, a dynamic driver and a balanced armature driver. The extra balanced armature driver allows the earphones to theoretically produce a more accurate sound. I can confirm that these do sound great. These KZs are the 60-inch plasmas of earphones, 75-inch OLED or micro LED or whatever's in these days. Anyways, I'm dating myself, but I've watched many YouTubers unanimously tell the same story. These are the best of the best. The problem is that my untrained ear can only notice the quality difference in certain songs, and after using it for half a year, I'm used to it. They may be the best of the best, but I can't tell. Along with that, they don't fit in my ear very well. I always have to wiggle them around, and sometimes the memory hooks pinch quite a bit. The ear tips that I bought don't insulate very well, and neither do the ones that they come with. Then the real question would be, why do I still keep using them? A Chinese budget product is usually the last place you'd look for innovation, and I'm usually the last to try the new stuff, as I wait for it to trickle down in price. The KZ ES4 is an exception to both of those, as it is incredibly inexpensive and exceptionally innovative. This is what I'm talking about. These earphones are detachable from their wire. To be fair, this feature has existed for a while, but just not in products marketed towards the general consumer or at a competitive price. The first reason it's great is because it lets you replace the parts extremely easily and lets you customize it. For example, say you only hear music from one ear because the wire is broken. With a normal pair of earphones, you would have to get them replaced. With these, you could just buy a replacement wire and pop off the ES4s and transfer it to the new wire. That means you don't have to toss out your entire pair of earphones to get a new pair. The second reason is that you can also get the upgraded Bluetooth wire to transform these wired earphones into a pair of Bluetooth earphones without sacrificing quality. That's useful if you decide you're going to buy a new iPhone and don't want to spend $200 on AirPods or use the dongle. It's also useful if you want to game on your gaming PC, but it doesn't have Bluetooth or you don't want to worry about the latency. It's also easy to change the wire if you want to switch between your gaming PC and your castrated iPhone. It's pretty incredible and very versatile. I have noticed that it isn't perfect though. The wired cable does get tangled quite easily. That's just a small inconvenience, and of course you can change the wire if you want. The individual earphones also often detach from the wire when I put them in my pocket sometimes, and I do worry that I will lose them if they fall out. This also happens when I'm wearing just one ear and the other one is dangling. The good news is that hasn't happened to me yet after 2 years of wearing them. I have broke one Bluetooth wire in that time, and my normal wire is starting to give out, but I still really enjoy listening to these. The Bluetooth cable, which is an extra $10-$20 depending on which one you buy, does not sacrifice on audio quality noticeably, as mentioned earlier, and has a standard 5 hours, more or less, battery life. It works exactly like a normal pair of Bluetooth earphones. The difference between the two Bluetooth wires is that the cheaper has a noticeable delay when watching videos. At least, I've heard that. Now, the only thing left to determine is whether or not you should purchase it. I can confidently say that it's more than worth it. With the ES4s coming in at around $20 and adding in a Bluetooth cable would add up to $30 to $40, the audio quality is unparalleled at this price range, even if it's not my favorite thing about it. At least it's not a con. Adding in the Bluetooth wire would put it in with the low-end wireless earphones, which it matches in endurance, and I think also surpasses in audio quality and versatility. Finally, it is the only pair of earphones I've used with the ability to change between wired and wireless so easily. It's hard to find a reason not to buy these, and I think if you're looking for earphones, these are probably the ones. Just a side note before the video ends, after a while using these earphones, they gradually started to fit me a bit better. If that's a concern to you, it's hard to address because these earphones have such an odd shape. It's hard to tell whether or not they'll be able to fit in your ear. A tip that I would suggest is that if you notice that they keep on falling out, I would try molding the hooks to be even a bit tighter. It works for me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more like this, feel free to subscribe. I will be posting videos every week.